150 yards. It's the Steelers and the Browns under the lights on Monday night.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Steps away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. And it's second down. When you look at this Browns defense, against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs.
And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. They juked him. There he goes, right side. Moving inside the 20. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off for 6 points. Well, here is one you do not see often. A fake punt run all the way to the house for a touchdown.
Number one, you fooled the defense. They thought for sure the ball was going to be punted. But you also know you have to pick up excellent blocking going downfield to spring your runner after the fake. Well done.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Najee Harris. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Harris will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee,
we drop you in now to first quarter action as the offense begins this drive. Pickett to throw on first down. They'll roll him out right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, here's Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. (21-0) our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is going to wind up a safety. Oh, what a disaster that turned out to be. So they try the lateral. Disaster ensues. Yeah, and it's a safety. You got to be more careful with the ball near the end zone, right?
So much for situational football and understanding where you are on the field. A lateral in that spot, that...
Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Johnson moves the chain, something he did plenty in 2022, leading the Steelers in yards and catches, but also had the unfortunate distinction of having the most catches yards in the NFL without a touchdown last season. That should be rectified early and often this year.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Pickett's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Look at the big man rumble. Nifty move. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jordan Love, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Kyler Murray, a touchdown pass in the victory. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. DeAndre Swift, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. We saw a solid first half from the second-year man at quarterback, Kenny Pickett. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 108 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now Pickett. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. A short one there to Fryermuth. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Pickett.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. They'll throw again with Pickett.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one back. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. 121 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of just a yard. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. It gets it complete to Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this will be off the right upright, but he banks it in. A high degree of difficulty there, but he gets it to go. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help. No,
in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. On the give, this is Harris.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now here's another carry for Harris. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Pickett now from the gun here.
And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about... So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football.
Pickett going to bootleg it.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll try to run with Harris. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Wise play by Pickett, sliding to avoid the hit. He also has the first down.
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out,